Hello everybody, welcome back to Transport Fever 2. As we can see here, we have quite the busy airport. There are a lot of people waiting here, like they're robots or something. They're waiting outside here. Well, it's a beautiful day anyway, and they can just wait on the field here for those Junkers to take them to East Coast. Well, the problem is here we only have 3 people that we can transport at once, and when I checked my line statistics, I was really pleasantly surprised that those planes are making us some nice juicy money. As we can see here, passenger air 1, and it's earning us $1 million almost like that. So that's pretty cool. And what we can also see is we get lots of messages lately that my vehicles are in poor conditions. So we want to focus a bit on modernizing our fleet, and we also have a new aircraft available. So I especially love the development of the aircrafts and watching that. And in this case, we do have now the Dornier Mercure, which has a capacity of 5 passengers and is also much faster than the Junker. So we want to get those planes now on the... Now I just wanted to find it. Passenger air, there is. We want to replace them and get these Dorniers up there. We have quite a lot of aircrafts here. I've put some more onto that line here. So we have 10 Junkers in action right now, and you know, quite the busy airline here now. And we're just going to select all of them in this line here and just replace them. And we're going to replace them with the Dornier. That's it. It's that simple, and we have a modernized aircraft by Junker, and we have now the Mercure, which can already transport 5 passengers. Even though by the looks of it there are more than 5 passengers on that plane, but well, that should make us some nice money there. And beautiful aircraft too, the next modern version, and I'm so excited for the first jet engines that we get, but of course that's way too early yet, so we still want to wait a bit there. Also, yeah, much more powerful aircraft and faster too. And I especially like how easy it is to replace those things. So as we can see, the next plane is already coming in. So really busy, and lots of people want transportation. We also now have in Maryport the tram going to the airport here, very important. And also on the other side in East Coast, we do have now a tram line active to the airport, where also lots of people are waiting. And look at that, I get almost 100k for each turn, and they're much faster than trains, by the way. So this is really paying off, especially when you have quite a few of them ready. And the trams, there's another tram, are quite full for people going to the airport. That's that. We also have another thing that's happening, and the first lines that we created, one like that one here, we still have those very old locomotives in action right now. They're really old, they're not that powerful anymore, and they're breaking apart any moment. So we also want to replace them. So that's that. This one here, we can manage it and then replace it, and then we just choose this one here, the crocodile. But before I can do that, we do need, yeah, electrical power lines on those tracks there. And this is also quite easy to do. So we have, oh, what's that? HighSpeed track tool. Upgrade the tracks for higher speeds. Cool. We definitely need to use that and upgrade the tracks with catenary electrification. That's it. You know, so we just need to click on it. And how far is he actually going with that? Up to that point up there. Of course, that's quite expensive too, doing that, but it's totally worth it, since those locomotives have a much higher capacity and are much faster too. And also here, so this has been electrified, and also for the planks here, we definitely do need to do that. Going all the way over here now to that station there. Perfect. Very good. And now we can just replace them. We take this one here, for example, which is very slow there, and take the... Oh, we also have the Flying Scotsman now. Actually, that's a steam one, and it's faster and stronger than my electrical one. Is that right? 120 kilometers an hour it can take, much faster than the crocodile with 75 kilometers. So let's replace this one here now with the Flying Scotsman. Sooner or later we are going to have electrified locomotives anyway, so it was not a waste. I just want to test this one here now. And yes, they can be quite long then. It's still excellent. No, this is going to be way too long. Holy moly. Probably the longest one yet. There we have it replaced. And that's the one. And the Flying Scotsman. A beautiful locomotive there. Oh, already kind of reminds me then of Harry Potter. So it's coming closer to that style. Coming in here now. And we're doing the same thing with that one here. So if there is a tool where you can do that automatically with lots of locomotives, just tell me. But I think that's the only way. And we're going to keep this one here below 400, I guess. Even though that's really just really long there. And yes, that's it. And also faster. And this one here should also be replaced now. We can afford that. But they cost quite a lot, you know, the 6 million. Like the first locomotives that we bought were 700,000. Of course you have inflation. And of course we earn much more now. But still, prices went up there quite high. And we need the planks with that here too. And this one here can stay below 300 since we really don't need that many planks all the time. So those are some long trains. I don't think that this forest here will be able to supply that much log. Yeah, look at that. This one's here almost empty there. So definitely too much, but you know, it's still growing, so we still have some room. So I don't need to worry about those lines here anymore for the next 20 years, since they've been active now since the 1870s, 1880s when I upgraded locomotives. So almost 40 years, actually 40 years that they were in action. And yeah, as you can see, actually I don't think that I will need 2 trains here then at all, since they're so long. Yeah. That's quite the train there with lots of logs, but they will not be able to supply that much. But it doesn't matter, you know, better have a bit of room left there for more growth. Now, also, we still have those planes here in action. There is unfortunately no more modern version. I mean, we can look it up there. No, we still have the Vickers Victoria and reach an emission value of 80 in a town. Not in my backyard. Oh, I think we broke the record for emission in Maryport. There's Maryport of 80 for the emissions. Nope, it's not Maryport. Even though I know Maryport is quite one of our busiest towns. And with the buses, yep, also those buses are pretty old here, the post buses. So I'm just going to replace them too here with the more modern versions that we have. Daimler deck seat car or Schneider PB2. The diesel car, 1921. The Schneider PB2 was originally a French military transporter in the First World War. Later it was exported and used as a bus in many American cities, including New York. And then we've replaced it. Then we have the coal here, road vehicle. So that's a bus there too. Oh yeah, perfect. That was just the message and we replaced them. So modernizing a bit the fleet, always important. Just browse through the lines there and modernize some trains that we have. Now, what I want to do now is we have already a good passenger airline here that's working out and totally full. But of course, that's not enough. We also want to have our first long airline or train for passengers. So we already have one here. I think there it is. Yep, to Southwold and going up there to Minehead. We have one that is also quite busy. And while we're at it, we should probably also modernize this train there. Taking the Flying Scotsman for that one here. And the Donnerbüchse, which is a more modern cart now, also can carry more passengers. And yep, those trains can be a bit longer than, as we can see. That we replaced it. Let's have a look at it. At those new carts there too. Oops, that's a bit fast. The fast train then. Also more modern looking carts that we can now use for the passengers there. This is looking really cool. Unfortunately, those people don't move at all, so they really just, you know, teleport themselves into the train, but well. Okay, so that's the first passenger train that we had, and I want to have a bigger one now, going from East Cowes. Oh, wait a second, what's a good time? Yeah, I want to have it along the river, so we have East Cowes, Padstow, Maryport, and then going all the way up there to Royston. And I think, is Royston a good town? Yeah, it's actually 300 people. It's not that bad, even though we're not doing anything with it. We could be supplying it with construction materials in the future though. Yeah, that might be a good idea. But right now we really just want to use it as our final station for this longer train system that we're going to have. So for that we want to have a passenger terminus system, station, not system. And we're going to use it then somewhere here. And earn 1 million with an airplane within a month. What? With airplanes, okay, with all my airplanes. Yeah, we just need to find a good spot for this one here. Probably here. We need to get rid of one building, but that's fine. Then we're just moving it in here. Right, so that's the final station here in Royston, and we can probably, yeah, what I'm doing is I'm just expanding it now, so that's much better than standard tracks that we have here and here. And we probably can make it also a bit longer already, since my trains are also getting longer. As you can see, it goes right into the tunnel then. And then we will also need a passenger platform here. Also really cool about this tool is that when you change the landscape like here, and I remove something now, like I want to remove one of those modules that we just created, the landscape goes back to the original one. Look at that. Just like it looked before that. That's a feature that I really love. That's just really cool because you can't really destroy the landscape. You know, if you don't like something about it, just remove the things that you built there and it's going back to normal without me hassling around there. So there we have that. We have the final station here, and hopefully it's going for... We're going to use high-speed tracks on this one here right from the beginning, because we're going to upgrade this line then in the future. And if we go now in here, yeah, it's building a tunnel there for us right away. Right from the station. This is also pretty similar to the Vienna station where I was traveling around. You had the station here going right into the tunnel then. And the train is coming out here again with already electrified tracks here and high-speed tracks too. Now over here, oh, that's really far away though, is it? Maryport. And Maryport will need a station. We will probably need to delete some buildings here, unfortunately, for Maryport. Or we're going underground with the tracks before it reaches Maryport. And we have the station over here then at some point. Let's have a look. Where's the passenger station? There it is. We could have it here. Yeah, that's probably a good idea to have it here right away, right? So we don't need to destroy so much. I don't want to have it right on the river, at the river there. No, let's have it up, yeah, outside here, because the city, of course, is still going to grow, and we can then have another public transportation going over to that. So I like that. So we're having the station here then. We will still need to delete some buildings there, right? Perfect. That's that. And yeah, at least I think we will need one more here. Or we can actually expand over here, right? And go with the tracks here. High-speed tracks right underground. I don't think that it'll reach below the street there, though. Nope, doesn't look good. So we'll probably need another location anyway for that. It's going to be hurtful only once. But or over here. But then again, it's with the tracks there. Let me just fizzle around with that a bit there. Well, and after a little bit of time there, I decided to go through the city with those tracks there. This building here just built itself there, so as we can see, they're just, you know, using smaller buildings then along the tracks here, or where there's some smaller space here. Also a new street here came up, and here we have now the tracks then going right to the Maryport station, which probably is going to be then within lots of buildings here when the city grows then more. And this is a high-speed track station now, so we have those high-speed tracks here, so we can use more modern trains than in the future without having to replace those tracks there. These are high-speed tracks, they're perfect. That's that, and now all we need to do is, well, we do need to connect going all the way over there, and here we have the stations there already, yep. So the tracks here, going then over there. Of course, we shouldn't have too many curves there, since it's a high-speed train. Now this is looking funny though. What happened there? And as we can see, when we delete them, the landscape goes back to normal again. Oh, that was here before, it seems. Let's get rid of that for now. And we'll probably, I'm going to build another street here then. A normal one. Perfect. That's that. And then we can have the high speed. And it's still trying to do that. Okay, so I guess it's because of the elevation that we have there, but well. And we have it like that. Going over here too. Why is there a tunnel now? Very strange. I think we need to, yeah, increase again the altitude here. The elevation. And then we have a bridge. But not like that. Probably going over that here then, right? Is that? Yeah, perfect. Then we can have the bridge here. Looks also fine beside the stone quarry there. I think we need to go up there again a bit. Too much slope that we've used there now, okay. So look at that again. Yeah, probably need a bridge there, so we can get over there. Perfect. To that one, and so they are being connected now. That was a bit complicated because we got lots of tracks here and streets going around that, but here we have a little crossroad here now with the tracks, and this one here just goes over the other one, so they don't, you know, hinder them against each other with the timings there. And we just do the same thing here with the second one. The second one usually and luckily is much easier to build. But this is one expensive train, I gotta say that. But we do have the money to make these projects possible now. And I just want to have that. It doesn't matter if it's really economically, because, you know, planes would be probably also very profitable. I just want to have some high-speed trains here going around. So here we have that now with the station to Maryport, and of course this is not the end of this railway yet, of this line. So we still have Padstow and also Redruth. No, East Cows over there. Perfect. So there are 2 more stations that we need to connect them with that. So here we have Maryport. Those 2 tracks are then going out into that direction there. Over here to Padstow, where we also need to decide once again where we want to have that station and how it should affect that town. It's a smaller town here, no bonuses yet, only this one here for the private transport, and soon we're going to have the trains here. So this is also affecting, of course, the growth of those cities, you know, not only the private transport but also our public transport. 0 yet, but this is going to push soon. And then also, of course, the supplies of the goods they need, like this one here does need food and fuel. Most cities don't need food, that's their problem. And then we have quality, which should not be bad actually, because if emission is bad, for example, it has a negative impact, like with Maryport, where we already have, due to, I think, the airport, a very poor emission here, which is kind of like reducing the growth of this one here a bit. It's still plus 90%, so that's still perfectly fine, but yeah, shouldn't be the case. Now, let me just, you know, look at a way here to get that station up there and running. Yep, well, and after a little bit of time, I finally completed now this longest passenger high-speed train system yet. We do have now here in Padstow that station here, so I just remodeled a few of those streets. And the cool thing is, if you build new streets in a city, you know, people will just build new buildings then around it. I really do like that system. And here we have the station now, which is of course going to be bigger in the future too. And here we now have the high-speed train, a very long one, up here now to East Cows. And the cool thing about this one here is that it's right beside the airport and the public transport here already. So this one here already has full connection to the city now. Also something that is quite convenient, I'd say. Now here the terminal station does need a bit of modeling, because it doesn't automatically put high-speed tracks on the stations. So we need to get rid of those tracks here and just replace them with those ones that are a bit more to my standard. And unfortunately I can't do that here. Why not? Let's see. We'll probably need to get rid of them again. Can't we have them perhaps in the terminus station then? Okay, this seems to be a bug now, unfortunately. Can we get rid of that one there? Oh, there's the train waiting, or the tram waiting. Now it's possible again. And we're going for the high-speed ones, this one here. All the way up there, and then we can just connect them here again. Perfect. So that's that. Now this one has high-speed tracks too, going all the way down here now. Right, and we should have, yeah, high speed on this train already, on this train station there. And also here now in Maryport. Very good. So the tracks are there. The hardest work, probably. And now we just need a depot that is going to put some trains on those tracks there. And I think we're going to have a... we already have a depot. No, that's for roads though. I think we do have a train depot here close by. This one there. We could connect it, but nope. Let's just have a new depot. It doesn't matter anyway. And we are going to have the depot then somewhere here out in the open. There we just need a depot now, train depot. Just along the street here. And we're going to have those high-speed tracks then that are going to merge then into that one here and then into the other one. Perfect. Okay, so now we have the connection there. Now we just need, well, a line for that one here. Royston to Maryport. Annex. to Lower Padstow and to the terminal station here of East Cowes. 4 stops that we have there now. I hope they're using the right lanes here now, but it's looking good as far as I can see. Perfect. And now we just need to purchase a train. This is going to be high-speed passenger 1, so we can find it again in the future. And then we just need a train for that one now. Let's see, we do have the Crocodile, but I'm going for the Flying Scotsman on this one here. And then we're going to have, yeah, Donnerbüchse, which is the latest passenger cart that we have there. And in this case, probably shouldn't be too long there either. That's looking good. Costing me only 15 million. And we put it on high-speed passenger 1. It's accepting it, so this is what this one's working. And there our new high-speed train is coming out with the latest locomotive, of course. And I think this train will be quite full in the future, because there are 4 major cities being connected with that train now. It's coming out of here. Of course, it's still a bit slow because it's coming out of the depot, but it's going to speed up now once it's on the... There we can hear it already, speeding up now. Beautiful. This one's now on the line, and yeah, we're going to have a second passenger line then also on the other track. So we have 2 trains then here commuting and taking the passengers to and fro. So our first new high-speed train system is now in action. We just need to connect now those stations with the public transport of each town, and that's about it. Then we'll see each other in the next episode when this one here is fully working. Stay tuned.